Imagine stepping aboard a massive ocean liner where footsteps echo in empty corridors. Children laugh on decks long after bedtime, and shadowy figures drift between cabins as if still waiting for a voyage that ended decades ago. This is the RMS Queen Mary, a ship so legendary, it's considered one of the most haunted places in the world. But are its spirits real, or are they simply stories born from a deep and tragic history? Today, we're going to find out. Launched in 1936, the Queen Mary was the pinnacle of luxury, a floating palace for the rich and famous. But her glamour was short-lived. When World War II broke out, she was stripped of her finery, painted a dull gray, and repurposed into a troop ship. She carried thousands of soldiers across the dangerous Atlantic, earning the nickname the Grey Ghost for her incredible speed and stealthy movements. During these years of service, in both peace and war, the ship witnessed countless moments of joy, but also accidents, tragedies, and death's events that many believe left a permanent, supernatural imprint on its very soul. Perhaps the most famous spirit said to roam the Queen Mary is the little girl by the pool. The story goes that a young passenger named Jackie drowned in the ship's second-class swimming pool. For years, guests and paranormal investigators have reported hearing the distinct sound of a child giggling or splashing in the water, even when the pool is completely empty. Some have even claimed to see small, wet footprints appearing and disappearing on the tiles, as if a spectral child just climbed out of the water. The air around the pool often feels heavy and sad, and many people say they feel an overwhelming sense of being watched. But the hauntings aren't confined to the public areas. Deep in the ship's metallic heart is Engine Room 13, a place with a documented, tragic history. In 1966, during a routine drill, a watertight door slammed shut, tragically crushing a young crew member named John Pedder. His death was instant and horrific. Ever since, visitors brave enough to venture into this narrow, claustrophobic passageway have reported chilling encounters. They describe seeing a dark, shadowy figure in overalls lurking near the very spot where John died. Others have felt an icy hand brush against their arm or back, or the strange sensation of their clothes being tugged by an unseen force. The temperature in Engine Room 13 is said to drop suddenly, and some have even heard disembodied whispers echoing off the metal walls. It's a place where the past feels dangerously close. And then there's the spirit of the woman in white. She is perhaps the most elegant of the Queen Mary's ghosts, often seen gliding gracefully through the first-class lounge and halls. She appears dressed in a beautiful evening gown from the 1930s. Witnesses say she dances alone in the ballroom, her ghostly form reflected in the mirrors, or walks silently down the grand staircase, never making a sound. Her identity is a mystery, but she seems forever trapped in a moment of bygone glamour, a beautiful, melancholic phantom from the ship's golden age. These stories, and countless others, paint a picture of a ship teeming with paranormal activity. Visitors have reported everything from their cabin lights turning on and off by themselves, to the sound of frantic knocking on their doors in the middle of the night, only to find no one there. They've heard phantom voices, disembodied screams, and objects moving on their own. For believers, the evidence is overwhelming. These aren't just stories. They are real experiences from people who have come face to face with the ship's spectral residents. To them, the Queen Mary isn't just a ship, it's a massive, floating vessel for souls who have never left. But what if there's another explanation? Skeptics argue that the ghost stories are more a product of marketing than the paranormal. When the Queen Mary was permanently docked in Long Beach, California, and transformed into a hotel and tourist attraction, the ghost stories began to flourish. Many of the most popular tales, they point out, originated not from official records or historical accounts, but from tour guides looking to give visitors a thrill. Historians note that there's no verifiable record of a young girl named Jackie drowning in the pool, and while the tragedy in Engine Room 13 is very real, the details of the haunting have grown and been embellished over the years. Could it all be in our minds? Psychologically, the Queen Mary is the perfect setting for a haunting. It's an old, aging ship. It's filled with long, dimly lit, and narrow corridors that create a sense of unease. The constant creaking of its metal hull, the hum of machinery, and the sound of waves lapping against its sides can easily be mistaken for footsteps or voices. The shadows in a place like Engine Room 13 can play tricks on the eyes, making you see figures that aren't there. The human brain is hardwired to find patterns and explanations for the unknown, and in a spooky, suggestive environment, it's easy for our imagination to fill in the blanks with ghosts. So, this leaves us with two possibilities. The first is that the Queen Mary is truly home to the spirits of those who lived, worked, and died aboard her souls, tethered to the ship by tragedy and unfinished business. The second possibility is that the ship isn't haunted by ghosts, but by its own powerful history. It's a vessel filled with stories, echoes, and memories, all amplified by the darkness, the atmosphere, and our own imagination. Today, you can stay overnight on the Queen Mary. You're brave enough. Some guests leave with chilling stories they swear are true. Others leave having heard nothing but the quiet creaks of an old ship and the gentle sound of the ocean waves. Is the Queen Mary truly haunted, or is she just haunted by her past? Which truth do you believe? Let me know in the comments, and if you love mysteries like this, make sure to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.